Okay, so in dynamic programming, the illustration is like in Dora movie. So I remind you. So in Dora case, if he want to go to mountain, he will through bridge and then lake and then mountain. But what if the problem is more complicated like this? Dora should choose whether to go to park or maybe to this. What is this? Okay, apa? Semak-semak in English? Bushes. Okay, this way or this way. And then in this step, she will be a bit confused. Maybe she would go to this rawa apa bahasa Inggrisnya? Swamp, yeah, and or maybe to hill. Okay, so this is dynamic programming. There is two stage here. The first stage and then the second stage. Yeah, to choose. Okay, like this. If you want to go to B, maybe you should C or A. C, because C is shorter to B. This is the first stage. But what will happen if we go from D? Which one is faster? From A or from C? To A or C? From A. So it's become different because this stage, we have two stages here. The first stage and the second stage. What we do in the first stage will affect what we do in the second stage. What is optimum in the first stage? What is optimum in second stage is not always optimum in the first stage. Okay, that's dynamic programming. Okay, this is the goal. Okay, let's start to the example. Okay, so there is many many example. Okay, so this is the problem. You want to go from city A to city J. Which route should you choose? Rutenya mana yang harus kita pilih? Maybe A, C, E, H, G, J, A, D, F, H, J. Which route should we choose? So we can do it using a dynamic programming. The first step, we should define what is the step. The step is N, using symbol N. So this is how many steps here? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. N1, N2, N3, N4. And then the condition, Sn. What is the condition if we are in step 3? What is his condition? Oh, our condition is, we can call it Sn, whether we are in city E, F, or G. Okay, if we are in city F, okay, that is the state. If we are in N equal to 2, what is our state? Okay, kalau N sama dengan 2, we are 3 possible state. We are whether in B, on C, or in D. So this is the state. And then the transition. How could what we choose in N2 will affect in N3. Okay, the function is like this. The state in N plus 1 is equal to decision in Xn. Okay, the state in N equal to 3 is equal to the decision in N equal to 2. It's like that. Yes. Okay, this a little bit very conceptual, but after this I will illustrate it with a very easy to understandable. Okay, and then the function contribution function. Okay, so what we want to do now is we calculate the minimum, the most minimum, to minimize the cost. So every decision we choose here contributing to the total cost. So we have to understand what is the contribution function here. What is contribution function? Contribution function is the cost of choosing a city. So if we are in city F, what is the contribution to if we choose H? The contribution will be 6. Okay, it's like that, very simple. Okay, like this, yeah. Okay, and then after that, and then recursive. Okay, this is recursive. I think for recursive I will illustrate it for it more clear in the next illustration in the case study. Okay. Okay, but uh, the recursive mean is how we can find what is the optimum function in every step. So the optimum function of every state is fn in input sn and xn. Okay, input the state and then input the decision. X is decision. So I'm sorry, I skipped this. The decision is xn. So if we are in n equal to 2, so what is our decision? E, we can whether go to E, to F, or G. So the xn, x2 will be E, F, or G. Okay? Okay.